You're coming in. I thought you were going to come out, Kita. What's going on? Is it too cold out there for you? You know, your little squirrel's still out there. Let's see what it's doing outside here. It's snowing. It's snowing, guys. My neighbor's out there shoveling. I can't let him see me. He's going to think I'm recording him. I think we're supposed to get 1 to 3 today. You coming over here so I can make a video about you? All right. What do you want now? Kita. Kita, what do you want? What do you want me to do, Kita? Kita. She's giving me the corner eye. Kita, can you really see me out of the corner of your eye like that? I don't think you can. You're not a horse. Can you see when you go out of the corner of your eye? Kita. Kita. Kita, there's no way you know I'm here, but I don't think you can directly see me like that. Look at that muscle. Guys, my pension was washed. I'm pretty sure of it. You know what that means? Gone. Since my company's managed by a different company, I was wondering what they were going to do with that. You know, and I thought they would just send it over to them. But apparently they didn't. I'm still able to get on my company's website tonight, or I'm off tonight and tomorrow. But Saturday night I'll be able to get back on their computer and I'm going to take a good look. And that's when I'll know for sure if my pension's gone. It was like $20,000. You know, which I could have got that either in payments when I retire or in one lump sum. But from what I understand right now, it's gone. So in other words, the money that they put into it, they're basically saying the deal's off, and we're not giving you the money. That's basically what they're saying. So when I retire, I'm going to be living just off of Social Security. That's what I'll be living off of, just Social Security. That's all I have. And if we sell the house here, we're going to have to sell the house because I can't stay here. I can't stay here on Social Security. We'll never be able to meet the bills here, or I mean, everything would have what we make would have to go to property tax. We would virtually starve to death. So right now I'm a combination of extremely mad. Right now I'm serial killer, psychopath, angry, and I just feel like bursting out in tears. I still have all my guns. I haven't sold my guns. I may not have to sell them. Now listen to this, guys. When I bought my Jeep, I went with a company. I'm not going to name their names because I still have my motorcycle insurance under them. But they gave me the premium for 1 year insurance from a Jeep Rubicon was $666, and that's for a financed vehicle. That's extremely low. Okay. What they didn't tell me is in order to maintain that, you have to download their safe driving app, which I didn't tell. So I go on the website yesterday. I was going to make a payment because I'm paying monthly on that. It was like 50. I think it was $48 a month. I was paying on the insurance. So I go on the website to make a payment, right? And I'm seeing just my motorcycle insurance. My the insurance for my Jeep is gone. So I call them up. All right, they tell me it's been canceled. It's like, what happened? Did someone? I asked them, did someone hack into the website? Did someone hack me and cancel? He said, no, you were supposed to download the safe driving app and you didn't, so it was automatically canceled. And I told him I was never told this. I don't have I don't have a smartphone. I mean, I have one, but I have a cheap track phone smartphone. I don't have that kind of data to keep the thing on 24 hours a day or when I'm driving. I have a flip phone I use, and my Samsung smartphone is actually dead right now. It needs charge. But I have they're both track phone contracts, and I just have so much data. So in other words, I said to the lady on the phone, so in order for me to have this safe driving app, you have to have a smartphone with unlimited data. And she said, well, apparently this is not for you. So I had to get insurance. So I called another company up, and my insurance for the Jeep is $1,600 a year, which is normal. That's a normal price for a financed vehicle of that size. That's the insurance I have right now. But that's what a lot of these insurance companies are doing. And I believe in the future they're going to all require that. You're going to have a smartphone, okay, and you're going to have unlimited data on your smartphone. Then you go on the Play Store, you download the app, and every time you get in and start your vehicle up, you're going to have to turn that app on, and it monitors how fast you're going, how many miles you go, if you make quick stops and jackrabbit starts. And if you do everything out of what they want, out of normal driving, your rates will go up. So it's like if I go on vacation down in Outer Banks, any of you that ever been on 270 or 64 in Richmond or 295 or 95, all right, you know that you have to go with the traffic on those roads. You have to go over the speed limit, or you will be rear-ended. You'll be rammed right up the road. You have to do at least 80 mile an hour down, especially on 95 and especially 64 in Richmond. You got to do at least an 80 mile an hour clip, and there's people passing you. When I think the speed limit is 65 on Interstate 64 in Richmond, Virginia. And I think 95 is like 65 mile an hour too. You have to do at least 80 mile an hour. So you're going to be basically going against what the insurance company wants you to do, and they're going to see you're speeding and jack your rates up. So I went on Verizon just to see how much a smartphone with this unlimited data would be. Okay, right now Verizon's giving away smartphones like pancakes. You can get a smartphone. You can get the iPhone 16 Pro right now with 1 terabyte storage for $28 a month. Okay, it's a $1,500 smartphone, $28 a month. All right. So let's get our calculator up here. Online calculator. Here we go. The unlimited data service for that smartphone is $80 a month. So $28 a month times 12. That's $336 right there. Okay. Then the plan, unlimited. You have to have unlimited because you're going to keep that. If you're going to keep that phone on, all right, you're going to have to have unlimited service. So it's $80 a month times 12. That's 960. Okay, what did I say the other one was? 28 times 12, 336. So let's add 336 plus 960. Add 960. That's $1,296. Okay, so they quoted me. My insurance with that company was 666. So 666 add 12. What was it? What did I say? 1290 or 1260 or something? We'll put 1260 down. That's $1,920, including the smart. That includes a smartphone, the monthly fee you pay for the smartphone, and the data plan, and the insurance with that company that requires a safety app is $1,926. So I'm actually saving money with this other company for $1,600 a year. See, guys, what happens? Insurance companies are banks, basically. You know, a lot of times banks own these insurance companies. If they don't, the insurance companies are basically a bank. They have billions of dollars. Okay, they have to have billions of dollars. They have lobbyists that lobby in Washington D.C. to pass these laws where they can have these safe driving apps, where they can choke the money out of you. You know, and there's virtually nothing you can do. You know, so they get politically correct in Washington D.C. so they can basically just do whatever they want to do, which is what they're doing right now with these safe driving apps. You know, and I'll tell you right now, there's no way you can drive normally here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You cannot drive normally here. You have to speed. Okay, you cannot drive normally here. These people, these crazy SOBs around here, will not allow you to drive normally, as in many other places in America. So if you download that app thinking, well, I'm going to keep my low insurance with this app, you know what? You're going to have a tough time. You're going to be getting tailgated by a lot of people, maybe rear-ended, especially if you live up in Boston. In Boston, they rear-end people just for fun. You can go around Boston. Every car has like a bent fender or a dented or a bent-in bumper because they get rear-ended constantly up there. They use their vehicles as battering rams up in Boston, I heard. And a lot of other places like it. There's a lot of hit and runs everywhere. They run over kids. They hit people and they just take off. There's a lot of that going on. That happened here a couple years ago. There was three kids killed in 1 year, maybe a couple blocks down the street from me. And this is a good neighborhood. This is a white suburban neighborhood I live in. It's not the inner city around. This is a suburban neighborhood. So, you know, you cannot drive normally here. So having that app will actually make things worse if you live in probably just about anywhere. Now, my fear of what's going to happen is all the insurance companies are going to have it. They're going to mandate people to have to download a safe driving app, and you're basically going to be mandated to buy a smartphone with unlimited data, or you're not going to have insurance for your car or your vehicle. If you don't have a smartphone with unlimited data, you're not going to be able to get insurance. Now, as far as I know, they can't do that with motorcycles. Okay. Why, I don't know, but I haven't heard anything like that going for motorcycles. Now, as for the motorcycle guys, when I pay the Harley up, I might sell it. I might get out of motorcycles altogether because I'm going to probably need the money to pay some bills off. Hopefully, I could sell that to Harley Davidson. And this is basically all because of the insurance I have to have for the Jeep, $1,600 a year. And that's gonna probably go up. Probably gonna go up. Just like with Verizon, if you buy that smartphone, okay, the contract is $28 a month to pay that off, but the data, I guarantee, is going to go up. I guarantee that data is going to go up. It's unlimited data. You don't have to get an iPhone 16 Pro. They have a Google Pixel. They have a regular iPhone 16. They have a couple other ones there too, but they're like $22 a month, $18 a month, $28 a month. But the data for unlimited data is $80 a month. If you're going to have that app, you're going to have that $80 a month service plan. And like I said, Verizon always raises their rates. Every 6 months they raise their rate. They're real good for doing that. The one thing I like about Verizon though is you could schedule a payment. Like if you don't have the money, you can give them a promise to pay, and it'll keep they won't cut you off. That's the one thing nice about Verizon. Verizon is a multi-billion-dollar company. They're probably the ones that own these insurance companies that require the apps. That way in order for you to have the app, you got to have these cell phones. You got to have these smartphones. So I wouldn't doubt it for a minute if they're the people that are behind these insurance companies that require safe driving apps. So yeah, guys, I think my pension man has been washed. I think it's been washed. So my company owes me $1,300. So I have that coming in, and I'm getting a half a paycheck. What's left from what my old company owes me, and a half a paycheck from the new company. And I'm hoping I get something decent back from the IRS this year. Because our checking account took a big hit in order to pay off the Cadillac, and I had to put $1,500 down on the car besides the $4,500 they gave me for a trade-in for the Cadillac. Plus, they turned around next day. They put it up for sale. They put my Cadillac up for sale for $9,000, and I think it's sold already. Now, the reason why I got rid of the Cadillac is that I had a quarter-inch headroom. If I wore one of my baseball caps, guys, like they have that little button on top, that little button that like hits the top where my top of my head's pointed. But maybe if I get the top of my head sanded down, don't try that at home, by the way. I have to add that. So if I wore a baseball cap, how there's that little button on top of the baseball cap, I had maybe a quarter-inch of headroom. And that seat, that's an 8-way seat. I had it as far down as it could go. So if I hit a bump, my head would hit the top of the ceiling in the car. Plus, those engines are notorious for the timing belts going, because it has a rubber timing belt. Which mine wasn't showing no symptoms of that, but I figured let me trade it in while I can. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm happier, man, with that Jeep. I don't get intimidated so much with that. so far nobody's tailgated me in the Jeep, in the Rubicon. In the Cadillac, anybody that's behind you, the headlights are literally blinding you down in the car. It's like a flying saucers in back of you, just lighting the whole inside of the interior up. You know, this is a lot better. That Wrangler's or the Wrangler, that's a lot better. You know, plus as you seen, it's snowing outside right now. I don't have to worry about the snow anymore. They can go in almost any kind of snow. You know, plus I can put my e-bike on the back of that, and I can start taking that on some of these trails, and maybe make some better videos, and maybe make a little bit of money, a little bit more money on YouTube. So I'll let you guys know what happens with the pension. I'll know Saturday night when I can go on their website into my retirement, and I could see if that's gone. I think it's gone, because that was part of the agreement of working for them. Is you had this you had this pension. If I worked for them until I retire, I got that pension, in which it would be so much a month, or you could take one lump sum. Naturally, you'd have to pay tax on the one lump sum. So taking the monthly installments would have been better. And since they sold us, then that agreement's null and void. So, but but this new company I'm working for, they accepted my seniority, which means the time that I put in with the old company goes toward this new company, which is 9.5. I think it's 9.7, 9 years, 7 months. It goes to the new company. So I don't know if they have a pension like that where you get a pension from them if you retire with them. That I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna have to look at my handbook, see if that exists. You know, so see, guys, when I retire, I'm gonna just have Social Security, which might be like $1,500 a month, maybe $1,700 a month. You know, now if I sell the house here, if we can get some money from the house, even if it's like 30, 40,000, 50,000, that won't be so bad. But we're gonna still have to watch that we don't tear that money up. You know, meaning we're gonna have to move out in the country where our property tax is real low. And it's real low. We might have to move into like maybe a single wide or a double wide trailer where the property tax is going to be real low, and everything, and just living is going to be a lot cheaper to where we could survive on that. And it'd be nice to have a little bit of money in the bank, to have that cushion, of money in the bank. You know, and I'm actually lucky I have this house to be able to do that, because a lot of people don't even have that. They just have the Social Security. You know, and a lot of these people, they don't have the ability to live out in the country. They don't have it. They can't. A lot of people can't handle that. So my Hard Rock decals came in. You know, let me see if I can find those. I can't put them on till spring comes. You know, because it's like 2 degrees above zero outside. Let me get those. Okay. And there's two of them, one for each side, guys. So what you do with these is I have to cut out along the edge of the black part of the mountain. Okay. Then you peel the back off with soapy water. First, the surface has to be clean. Then soapy water, I spray down the side where I'm going to put these on the Jeep, and I spray the back of this with soapy water. Then you position it, and with a credit card or squeegee, you put it in, you put the thing in place. Then you peel the front off, and it just leaves this hickey here. But I believe I have to cut this. I believe I got to cut that part off. I think. I think that's what I got to do. I mean, if you look at it, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I have to cut along top of the mountains there. And I also got these new lug nuts for the e-bike. They have an Allen key insert that goes inside of them. I'm going to put those on tonight. So those are the things that happened to me, guys, in the last 2 days. So that's the way it goes. At least I still got a job. A lot of people don't have work. You know, there's a lot of people. A lot of people don't have a job right now. A lot of people's homes burned down. Knock on wood. Everything's still okay. You know, the pension wasn't really a lot, and it would have been what maybe an additional $300 a month I would have got. You know, or I could have. I would have took the monthly installments. It would have helped. Uh, I doubt very seriously that was passed on to the new company because this was an agreement that this company had. So basically, when you leave the agreement, and that's the way it goes.